welcome back to TimberBorn. So there has been another update. Thankfully, it has not killed the save or mods. We still have ladders. That's good. It's a lot of balance changes. They've changed how some of the irrigation and contamination works with bad tide. I'm not going to go through all the details. They've removed terraformers. Terraforming is now done by builders, which is interesting. So I think what I'm going to do, I kind of liked that they were separate, but the developers felt that now that could be done by beavers and not specifically bots, you didn't need a separate function. I kind of liked it. So I'm going to chuck in a couple more builders huts so that we can regain that manpower. They've renamed some things as well. And I really didn't look in too much detail. I was more worried about whether the save would still be alive, which it is. So that's good. We may as well hit the button. We've got 8 and a bit days left of the drought. We've got plenty of water, so that's good. I am recording this before the last video releases, so please bear that in mind if you are commenting. We are almost finished with this. I guess now we probably need to do some priority on it so that it gets done, and it'll probably get done a bit quicker. We also need to keep putting in our power blocks, and we can start to delete this path. No. I nudge across so it tells me how many bits of path I'm deleting, but I don't actually want to delete the dynamite. And we can work on getting that in. There we go. Thank you. And we'll get this all blasted down. We'll get this finished and connected up ready. But the other thing is I've been watching a few more TimberBorn videos, and narrow channels are really bad for evaporation. But that was 1 wide. I'm not sure about 2 wide channels. So this whole idea is actually not brilliant with how they've updated the game. But maybe being 2 wide is okay. I think bigger bodies of water evaporate slower. So we'll just see how we get on with this. We might have to change it. I really don't want to. I really like this concept. Yeah, just the devs keep or have messed with evaporation quite significantly, and the original I hadn't appreciated it until I watched a Skystorm video, and he went in depth about the evaporation stuff, and yeah, I think that a 1x1 block or a 1 wide water source will now evaporate in a few days rather than 20 days, which is pretty nuts. So yeah, that's not so good, but the bigger ones evaporate slower, which is good. So what are we going to try and tackle today? I'm not entirely sure, you know. Let's have a look at our resources. So we're pretty good for most stuff except dirt, but that's because we had the dirt excavator switched off, and scrap metal. So we have 1 more pile of scrap metal. We do have the mine, we just don't have it active, so we're good there. I think there is another pile of scrap metal over here and another mine up here, which we're not that far from being able to access actually, so that's pretty cool. So I'm thinking, as I do that we will put in a pile just here and a couple of scrap flags, and we'll get some beavers working on this. I'm going to put in, actually I think that might be one of the other things that we tackled today, just as an experiment. I'm going to put in some storage for food and water over here. That's set to supply so that the beavers have some stuff to eat. And there's loads of water there. There's coffee there. So, and be able to do the same over here. So we've got this kind of space here because of the power distribution. And I think I'm going to, I mean, they have water there. I'm going to stick in another water butt. I'm not going to put it that way. And a couple of small warehouses for food. So set to obtain and food, and we'll go for the high value foods. So corn rations and eggplant rations. We've got plenty of those, so that's good. So there's food over in this area now. There's food in this area because obviously there's food in here. And there's coffee. Maybe we should put coffee over here. And maybe this should have been coffee. What we'll do is we'll give them their own dedicated coffee barrel. So that should sort most of that. They've got food obviously because they're making food, and there's water just there. And there are a bunch of warehouses there as well. So that's good. Let's head over here. Oh wow, they are very nearly done with the terraforming. I guess that's the benefit of having all of the builders doing terraforming, because we do have quite a lot of builders. So maybe it's not a bad thing. You know, I just don't like change. So kind of used to how it was with you get terraforming, you build the terraforming station, you can get the resources back, you know. Those are all set up ready, which is awesome. Oh, we've only got 2 of soybeans. Have we got lots of fermented soybeans? We don't. Okay. We're not growing many soybeans. Eggplant, canola, eggplant, cassava. Okay, we seem to be lacking in the soybean farming. What do we have loads of? We have loads of corn, so we could unplant all of that. So once it's harvested, swap that over to soybeans. Let's try and sort that situation out. We'll go have a peek at our forest in a moment as well. So let's go do that now. And that is looking pretty good, actually. Pretty pleased with that. There are some bits they can't get to, so they won't plant. You know, it's kind of is what it is. These areas and stuff. I might end up developing, and we don't need that now. It can be emptied. I might end up developing this further. We'll see. I think it will look quite cool. When this is gone, we'll put trees in here. Yeah. Right. Let's go back over here, because I've got distracted, and we need to put in some provisioning for. And there's water scattered about the place, but let's go. I don't know why I always go to the water drop for water storage. I kind of do. We have got some water storage spread around. We're going to put coffee in one. We're going to put water in the other. And then we're going to do, again, a couple of small food storages. And, yeah. See if that helps with the hungry beavers. So, I think there's also some prioritization I need to do. So probably these guys, they are all prioritized, so that's okay. These are not, and they probably should be, just to make sure that they maintain a good power supply. Oh, we can swap this now, so I'm going to delete this one. put the path back to here, and we gain 2 planting spots. So we can plant a couple more oak trees there, and I'm guessing these are where they've started to harvest out the pine trees. And oh, actually, this is where we've got these built. We can put in some oak trees back here now. That should be good. Cool. How's our water level? That's pretty good, actually. So I guess we're just not going to reach far enough to hydrate that, which is okay. I did not set all of these up like I said I would. I'm a bad person. I just didn't have time, to be honest. The other thing that I would like to do, I think, it means deleting this, is knocking some more of this out. At least this bit. So let's put a set of ladders. If we're going to do that, we might as well detonate that first, and then we can put the ladders down to the level we want. We're going to need to get rid of... I guess we may as well get rid of that, and we may as well get rid of those. And then we can blast all of this down, and that'll give us a little bit more water storage, which is good. I did not set that to be scrap metal, which was a bit of a mistake on my part. So we now have 8 spare beavers with, I guess, with some of the changes and stuff. So I kind of think that you can't have enough haulers in this game. There's so much stuff that needs moving around, and I think what we're going to do is, so we can make use of this little space. I mean, actually, we could terraform it, couldn't we? Because we can't get there. Let's do that. Let's do that. I was going to say let's give our terraformers something to do, but they're all the same now. So we can get rid of that, because that's where one of our terraforming stations was. But we can actually fill all of that in. And if we're doing that, we may as well fill that in as well. And I think it's going to be quite quick because we're using all of the builders. And then we'll throw in a couple more hauling posts, and we'll do our usual trick of low priority so that we can soak up the spare beavers. And yeah, getting done pretty darn quick. So I'm just thinking about what else we might want to do. I know what I wanted to do, and I'm just trying to think of the best place to put them, which is maybe once we've actually deepened this. Now, I wanted to put in some water pumps into this section, so that, because it's going to get water quicker basically, probably makes sense to put that in first, and then maybe stick a couple here, or maybe we replace. Do we need this? We don't need that bit actually. It's not doing anything of use, so let's do that. Let's see if we can. I guess actually if they can get down there, they can probably get that rubble. They can get that rubble from there. And in that case, we can deepen more of this. Might affect the power coming through there, but I'm not sure. I don't think it will too badly. And we might have a problem. Yeah, we do have a problem. But we need some passage to actually reach where we're trying to place stuff. So yeah, let's do that, and hopefully too fast. It shouldn't be. Is it not connecting the path up? Yeah, it is. Okay. Maybe we need to extend the path a little bit that way. Let's try that. And there we go. Yep, so they can put all of that in. And this should be super quick with how many builders we have. And then, do I want to deepen that bit as well? I don't think it would be a bad idea. We can do that just by chucking a staircase there and putting in a bunch of double dynamite. Take that down to the same level. We should be able to reach all of that okay. So let's prioritize picking up some of the rubble so that they don't forget to do that. How are we doing with the hunger stuff now? I can't really see because I left it too late. Oh well. Yes, do we want to delete that? Let's let it to be logs set to supply. That makes sense. Yeah. This is just going to look, I think this is going to look really good when it's grown in, and it's getting there. So that is cool. And I guess we could plant a few more pine trees in this bit. We probably don't need quite so many lumberjacks active now. They do cover different areas, so maybe we do. Maybe we do. We want to be able to get to there. Pretty easy because we could just do. We could not plant there, and we could just terraform that in. We could put one more tree in there. And if I swap that over to also be out here, I could just terraform a block in and then they could get around. Yeah, let's do that. Terraform a high priority, please, and then we'll be able to plant those. We do need to put a piece of path there. That should let us plant those. Let's just check. Everywhere is set to be cut, which it is not. Because there are some new areas that have trees in them. Like these bits. Cool. That's good. Yeah, there we go. So that, yeah, that should let them plant. Yep, they can plant those now, which is good. It's better. That's all okay. I could terraform some of this so that it's plantable, but I like the kind of natural terrain. Natural terrain built by game developers. So I know. Can anyone? Yep, they can. A few more in there. Make sure that those are set to be cut as well. Right. How are we looking over here? So we just need to retreat a little bit more. By retreat, I mean delete some more path. There we go. That's that. They should be able to get... Oh, they've got to build those first, which they can not get to because I detached the path, so... Let's get creative, shall we? And we are going to go... If it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid. So there we go. It's really not make that much difference getting 2 more blocks blasted out. That's all behaving itself, though. Corn is... They are also away from being ready to harvest, which is cool. Right, that's all in, so let's do the same thing. Let's start retreating the path. Go. actually need to place any of those, but we can just delete those stairs. It's all good. We have pumped all of the water out of there, but we are poised, ready for the end of the drought. I'm going to guess we should replace these with triple floodgates now. Do we want to try and do that quickly? Yes. Keep working on this as well, but we will prioritize the dynamite for that. And then I'm pretty sure we can get this done in time. Certainly before it becomes an issue that we don't have floodgates there. Let's detonate that chunk. I missed a bit. Okay, there. I'm going to leave that bit past just in case we need it for placing the floodgates. Come on, it's a high priority job. You should be doing it. Awesome. And they can get down to that because we have ladders going all the way down, and then we're going to put triple floodgates in. So that's going to be a high priority job. And I'll then delete that bit of path and stick the rest of the dynamite there. And we need to put back a stream gauge as well. And then over here, this is all done. So let's detonate that. Don't remember what this stream gauge does. There are no linked objects, so we can delete that. Put a piece of dynamite there. Let's delete that and put a piece of dynamite there. And then that's all nice and ready for water in 0.3 of a day. Floodgates are in, dynamite is in. We'll leave the ladders there because they might be useful. We're going to do the same thing. We are going to desynchronize that one. And then these are going to be, when drought starts, set 3. And then advanced, attach to stream gauge. There we go. Disable during drought, and disable during bad type. We'll just use it during temperate. And we will do contamination percentage low. So if it's below 1, set it to 2.5. Leave it 0, and then 2% set to 3. And the same thing has kicked in here, so let's just drop that down, get water going in everywhere. We're going to drop that one down as well, and then this we want, yeah, that should be right. And then basics and bad tide starts, go to 3. So get a pumping, folks, and obviously our hauling capacity is going to drop, but we drop down to 1,700 litres of water, and that's not great. So let's fix that, and we'll get to see these in action, which is good because this is out of water. This is actually still plenty deep enough, so that's okay. But yeah, we need to fill both of our reservoirs up, and I could do, but I can't really. It would be really nice if you could automate off more than one stream gauge, so that I could have it that if contamination was a problem out here, it closed. But if it was full in here, it would also close. Not a big deal, but you know, that would be kind of nice. So water is refilling slowly, because we're pumping like crazy. So, we probably want actually to start nudging up these. We can't do it that way. We have to go in here and increase it to 2.5. And then we want to set this one down to 0. And I'm going to let this force water through for a bit first, because this is a bigger area that we need to fill. And we also need to get water in here to fill this. So, yeah. And it's a bit of a stepped process to get there, because it's got to fill this, and then get through here. So that's cool. They're starting to clear this. I would like to clear these trees off as well, and we should do it by cutting them down rather than just deleting them. So let's do that. I want to make use of this land area and this land area eventually. Well, we're just getting up to the point where they're going to fill. We can detonate that, which is cool. We can delete the random bit of path. Yeah, we should probably delete that as well. Here we go. Water has filled that very quickly. Water is filling that very quickly, has flooded that. And we have started pumping. So that's the point where we come in here and we go up to 2.5. There we go. Should be 1. Should be closed. So we might have got a bit of a surge of water through here. Nope, we are good. And this is now being filled up, which is cool. Hopefully they can fill it in time. And that change should start all of our other areas filling. Yes, it has. So we do need to get a whole load of water through into here. So I'm going to leave it as it is. We're not going to divert any yet. We don't need to turn off the bad water here yet. Wish. If Simple Triggers ever gets updated, I wish this could be linked to Simple Triggers. So there we go. So we want to close this now. And probably I want to drop this down to 2.5. There we go. So we might get a bit of a surge because I didn't quite catch it in time. We are just about okay. Cool. That's good. And we're going to have water coming through this way as well now to do our power. This one's nearly full and has lots of beavers pumping. We are up to 3,000 water, which is pretty nice. This is filling, but not massively quickly. We might need to think about putting more pumps in to fill this. How would I do that? I would have to power only comes out of the side of these. I think we'd have to do something like that. Then we could put another one here. That would give us 3, which would obviously be better than 2. I know. Again, math. Right, everything's filling up quite nicely. I do wonder, and we don't really have an easy way. If we had the metal floodgates, we could put some tall floodgates in here and store a bunch more water in this, but I don't want to add more mods until the the update 5 is actually released and stable. We have trees. Look, trees. Do we have lumberjacks? Unpaused. We have another drought coming. So many droughts. Bad tide would be nice. It really would. Yeah, it looks like we've been cutting down trees. Yeah. Cool. Good. Good stuff. And pause. And we got another wave of water then, but that's okay. Can they get to this still? No. I thought I low prioritized that. Delete it, shall we? And yeah, we're going to stick another one in because this is going to take a very long time to fill otherwise. Do we have enough power? We don't. That could also be part of the problem. So let's go. Soybeans in here. Get those planted, and maybe we need more engines up here as well. So if we wanted to do that, we could terraform some stuff. We can go there, there. We could come up there, and then we could do that. We might need to go across one, so we probably need to kind of make that out as well. Yeah, we really need to be running at more than 29%. And when these aren't running, they'll be running faster, but more power, more gooder. We will need to replace that with a 4-way. So how's everything else looking? We are good. It's all getting cleared. This is pretty much full. I'm curious that those are ping. I know why. I know why. You should have that down at like 0.4. Probably something like that. Something like that. 0.45. Can I get that one to 0.45? Yes. And we will pause those. We don't need to be pumping water through. Right, let's delete that. Put in another mechanical deep pump, and we're going to prioritize that. Hopefully we've got all the resources we have. We've got plenty of resources. Now that should be okay. We also need to do that and make that high priority, and if everything's high priority, nothing is high priority. Let's drop that one down because we want that done first so that we can be getting the power from that in. Awesome. Let's detonate those, and then someone come finish building this, please. They do seem to be prioritizing the work quite nicely in that they know not many beavers are needed to build this, so they're still working on building this. And then we can go power engine. Ooh, engines have more power connectors now. Interesting. That's good actually, because we do have a slight problem. We're going to go 4-way there, a priority, and then we're going to go engine there, and we'll make use of that side power connector. So that's going to double our power output, which is still not going to be enough, but it's going to be better. So let's attach to stream gauge. Pause if the depth is below a tiny number. Unpause if the depth is above a less tiny number. There we go. So we don't have an immediate panic because there is going to be water staying in here. Let's get these prioritized by haulers so that the beavers that are pumping don't have to do stuff. And we're up to 5,000 water. I would like more. So I know that to have good water security, I need a lot more water pumps. So if you think that a typical temperate season is 6 or 7 days, and then we have a drought which is 4 times that, so we need the ability to pump 40 days worth of water in like 6 days. So yeah, it's quite tricky, but that is a lot better, but not perfect. So I think what we're going to do is come in here, detonate that, terraform this, and that will let us put in another bank of engines, because we need a lot more power here. They're doing okay. We're up to nearly 3 deep, but not as much as I would have liked. We are going to close these up. Let's do that. We'll just close this up just as we enter the drought. 0.1 of a day. Close that one. And we could store water in here as well, but I'm not going to. So, there we go. We have, right, 23-day drought is quite a lot of water. So let's do some sums. We have, so we seem to be pretty stable at 225 beavers at the moment. So 450 times 23, 10,300 water. So we've got over half the drought, and I think by the time we've pumped out a bunch of this, we'll be good. We'll be okay for water, I think. I'm going to pause you, and I'm going to pause some of these. Don't think we need to be running at full water pumping capability. So this is going to keep pumping this out until it's empty. Let's reopen this, because that's going to have killed our power grid down here. So that needs sorting. And I guess with this change, we didn't need to do the juggling of generators that we did, but not a problem. And how are we doing for power? Not bad, considering the water wheels are not running properly. They will kick in a moment when the bad water makes its way down. Right. Let's carry on working on this. So we need to detonate this so they can get further down here. And then we're going to run power line along. Put 2 more in, and that should get us all the way there, I think. Except for when these are running. But this one won't need to run when there's water in there, so yeah. Let's plant our last piece of soybean, and I really don't think did we delete our soybean growing area before? kind of feels like we might have, or we might have accidentally grown soybeans, actually. We might not have been growing any before. So I guess that means we need some fermenters to be fermenting soybeans. So I think what we're going to do is be a little bit creative and make some land. So we want an area. Let's think. Let's pause that. Food. Fermenter. I want to do. We need to fill that area with platforms at the very least. Might need more. Food. Enter. There. And I think we go across there. Actually, that might work quite well. We go. E4. Fill that in. Enter there. There. Yeah, that works. And they'll take power out of the back of there. What's the recipe for fermented soybeans? So we're going to need to do that. Wow, we've got a lot of explosives. And then we're going to put in storage. We need canola oil. Set to obtain. And we're going to have soybeans set to obtain. And we're going to have fermented soybeans set to supply. And then we need some actual storage for them. So I think we'll do the similar to what we did over here before. So let's put in a few more of those and a few more of those. We'll bring that up to the same, I was going to say the same level, but that's not the same level, but we'll bring that all the way up. Let's do fermented soybeans. Fermented soybeans. What else? What foods are we short of storage on? Corn rations. Always corn rations. And eggplant rations. And then on the top, we will put back the rooftop terraces. Per side. I don't know. There we go. Cool. Let's hit the play button again and you can get all of that built. That'll be kind of cool. I think it's kind of a nice use of space as well. I like that. Power is back up to normal. That is good. So I have a question. The problem is that I'm probably going to be playing a game before you answer the question. So probably I will put a poll up to get an answer to this question. So the goal of the series is an insane number of beavers. I said 500, but I actually think maybe 1,000. What I'm wondering is if we should have bots or not, or if we should try and do this with all organic beavers. So stick a comment down below. I will be putting a poll up, so I'll use that probably to get the result. Okay, that's all of the water we got. Hopefully that will be enough. I wonder if I want to try and put in another mechanical pump. So Power wise, we now don't have a problem. We can probably pause a couple of those. But I think we do that and that. If we have 4, we're going to double the amount of water we got, which should almost fill this. So that seems like a good idea to me. Our water is going up, which is good. So we're going to pause a few more of the pumps. This is all okay. They are pulling that down. The trees are going down, which is good. Oh, this is built. Awesome. But we don't actually have any soybeans yet. So I guess they may as well be paused while we wait for them to grow. So let's head back over here. This should all be happening very quickly. Yep. And then I think 1, 2, 3, we can go deep mechanical pump. And that will tuck in there quite nicely. So, with all the, do we still have all of a bunch of industry paused? We do, and we're still okay. So, we're still pretty much full on everything, which is kind of cool. Kind of cool. So, what could we do for well-being? We could do with more wet fur. Do we try and put in even more showers? And we could remove a strip of farming down here because food's not an issue, and we could put showers in here. This stays pretty well hydrated, so do that. We'll build it out over on platforms so that we only need to lose a little bit. Not sure why I'm going back over there to look at well-being. So we're getting soybeans coming. I don't get why so few are getting coffee. Maybe we do storage. We obtain. We need to. Maybe we just need to scatter a few more coffee places around. Delete that. Nope, can't delete that. We could stick one there, couldn't we? Storage. Coffee, because we have plenty of coffee. We just need them to be drinking it. So that's loads there. Why aren't they drinking the damn stuff? We'll have soybeans. We're not growing mushrooms yet. So campfires and rooftop terraces is kind of tricky. Fun and aesthetics we could work on. So clock and beaver statue are good. Beaver busts, so we could do with more of those. So those are under decoration, I believe, and we could stick some. We just kind of litter some around, I guess, to help our beavers feel more whatever. And that's probably a good spot down here, actually. Because quite a lot of traffic comes through there. Quite a lot comes along here as well. So let's try and get some of those high traffic areas. So this is probably another one. So let's actually hammer the cheesy benefits. I think the brazier, no, they don't have to go in the brazier, so I think all of the decoration stuff, just do that. I know it's not pretty, but it's the IRONTEETH. They don't care about pretty, they care about functional. Attach to stream gauge. Pause if below, tiny number, unpause if above. nice tiny number. Cool. That's all working. That's all been built. Wow, that was quick. I guess we could put in some of the small fun things as well. If we had space. And space is kind of at a premium, so we could. We're going to need to eventually go up there. Along there. Well-being. Put in a bunch of what's good on those, I guess. Scratches are not great. But of the things that we can build like that, they are an easy win. So do that. Maybe we put in another set of mud baths and back them up to these. So that would be something like that. There we go. And we would need to do ladders for those, wouldn't we? Yes, the entrances are there and there. Yep. That should hopefully help a little bit. Do we try and fit in more motivatoriums? Way over there. So it's not ideal. I'm trying to guess we could. Yeah, let's landscape. Yep. Maybe if we flatten some of this down, we can build some more well-being stuff here. I guess actually we probably don't want to go down quite so far. I've been a bit enthusiastic with the triple dynamite. I think if we go to there, we have. Yeah, I'm going to initially try bringing it down to that level. See how that looks. That's holding up okay. 18 days left, 8,000 water stored, which is cool. I'm quite happy for them just to pump as much of this out as possible. Probably we want to be prioritizing by haulers. So they're actually taking that out. We're still on 2 soybeans, so how far along are they? They are being harvested, so that's cool. Let's go unpause our fermenters. What we don't have is somewhere to store them, because that was kind of an accident that we ended up with them. So what we're going to do is swap that over to be soybeans, please. Assuming we have enough storage for corn to do that, which we do. Yeah, we've got loads of corn storage, so that should be okay. And yeah, chop beers. Right, that's all okay. Right, that's done. So let's put in our path along here, and then platforms. Do I just do a straight line? Yeah, I think I would be better to do that. Delete those ones. I need a double set of platforms, don't I? Yeah. No, wow, I screwed that up quite royally. So let's try again. Go triple platform, double platform. There we go. And we'll put a path across there. We'll delete the bits of path we don't need afterwards, and then we will do well-being, showers. There we go. If that helps. Hopefully it will. Ooh, explosion time. Okay. So if we go into well-being now, go to like the exercise plaza. If we extended that a little bit, so we did that, and probably that, we might fit 2 in there. We might. Well-being, exercise plaza. So if we put 1 there, we can't quite, but that doesn't have to be on the ground. Actually, we could just terraform it, couldn't we? Yep, yeah, we can. There we go. So that lets us have 2 of those there, which is pretty good. Nice and close to the accommodation. Do we really have 1 campfire? Wow. No wonder they are not getting their campfireage. So what I think I'm going to do is landscaping, going to be triples again, and then terrain. I'm going to build up this area. And put some campfires along here. So we will probably need, it's 2 and 2 because it will look slightly nicer. No, not 2 and 2, 2 and 3. There we go. Might not need to go as far, actually. We might be okay just going to there. And we would need a ladder there. Let's knock that down and delete there and stick that in. Yeah, hopefully I might need to swap that block ramp. And then we can path along there. What I'm thinking is we stick a whole load of campfires just along here. We can do path all the way along there. Let's detonate that. And campfires are pretty basic, but easy well-being, isn't it? So we probably want to pause the construction of those so that beavers can get around the back and actually build them. Yep. 39 well-being now, which is pretty good. We've boosted a bunch of this. Kind of tempted to what's the brazier? What's the area of effect on the brazier? So it's a 5. If I put it there, it would get all of the housing. So let's delete that scratcher. Get that built, and then we'll put the scratcher back. Right, that's going in. That's flying in. That is the benefit, I guess, of the terraformers going and the builders doing it, is that when you're just doing the one job, it's way quicker. I'm kind of thinking that we may as well do that, and don't want to lose. Actually, river depth up there. Famous last words. Should be okay to lose 1 block. And now let's put another campfire there once the dynamite's in. And we can do well-being, campfire. There we go. And we can build the first few of those. You can have a lovely view of the toxic river. Water supply there is holding up okay, so the evaporation is obviously not too bad. Did I unpause our soybean fermenters? I did. Good. Campfires are almost all in. Did I not place the last one? I did. It's just not paused yet. I guess as soon as they can build it, it's okay if they build it. That makes sense. Come on. Hurry up, beavers. Oh, we've got some trees to plant down here as we swap the pines for oaks. There's already a birch tree there. I put 2 birch trees in there. Jeez. Oh, they're at least set to be cut. And they're not set to be replanted, so that's okay. We can replace them with oak trees. Yeah. And so far, our wood supply is holding up pretty well. I feel like we might need to move the lumberjack, and it would probably be eminently sensible to place it, or place another one at least on here. Now we would have to move this one anyway, or we could move the water tank, I guess. We need to get a path to this, so what I'm thinking. Yes, actually the easiest way to do that is to move that lumberjack down a bit and put one on there. So, are we done over here? We are, so let's build the last campfire. So that's gone from 1 to 6 campfires. Brazier is in, so let's put back our scratcher. And doesn't look too awful. Not too awful, having cut away a chunk of the mountain. And hopefully, yeah, we've got full brazier, most of the beaver bust. We don't have full roof bonus, which I find weird. I think the way we can tackle that is by being a bit cheesy. And yes, can we drag? We cannot. There we go. And then we'll do the same over this. Does it reach? Does the roof reach? The roof does not reach, so yeah, we'll do the same over here. We may as well be getting these easy bonuses, so bit dumb if we don't take advantage of them. And I guess that's... I kind of haven't cheesed these mechanics like this in a while. The beaver bust we weren't quite maxing out. Yeah. Let's welcome them to the penthouse accommodation with a beaver bust. Yeah, that should help a little bit. It'd be nice to be able to push up to 40. So you have not quite cut down all of the trees. We need to just bend that a little bit to get those last 4 birches, which is like 4 logs per day. Let's actually place it properly, shall we? There we go. Where do we want to let that water out into? Let's let it into here. Because the surface area is smaller, so it should evaporate less. And 12 days, so we're pretty good. I think we should now have enough water to get through the drought. So 225, 450, 50 times 12. Yeah, we've got way more than we need, which is awesome. So we have 48 empty beds. So I think I'm going to add in, if I can find somewhere to put them, 2 more pods. Breeding pods, that's the word. So we can put one there. Actually, what we could do is, can you build over the top of that? You can't build a single platform over the top. Right, what I'm going to do is do that, and we will motivate the beavers with their exercise with them watching little beavers be made. And I said we were going to do 2, but actually we're going to do 3. So hopefully that will allow them to get to all of those. And we'll see what 3 more breeding pods does to our population. And we could dynamite that down to place some more when we get to needing to do that. The beaver bust looks quite cool. It really does. I did say I was going to zoom in more so you guys could see stuff happening. So, yeah. So I love how good the graphics are when you zoom in. So obviously all of our showers are now dry, which is a little bit annoying, but then it would maybe make sense to put them in here. But we would lose a strip of mangroves, and I don't think we're doing particularly well for those in terms of food. No, we're only feeding about 70% of the beavers, so yeah. That's restocked quite nicely, which is cool. We'll just let them pump all of that out. We may as well. And I think at that point, I'm going to call it a day. So what have we achieved? We've put in a bunch more well-being stuff. We've put in some more breeding pods. Yeah, that's how you make beavers. Yep. So we've got those in, more well-being stuff. We got this finished, and hopefully, let's put in those missing engines. So actually what we need to do first is the power, which is going to be one of those slow processes. So looks like we need to detonate one more piece there as well. So do that. Yep, so we've got this sorted. Hopefully 4 pumps will be enough to fill it quickly enough. Otherwise we're going to have to do some funky stuff to speed that up. It should be, because we're over halfway through the drought and we've still got more than half of the water that we pumped in, so we're good. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, click the like button. Any comments, questions, or suggestions, stick them below, and I will see you next time.